Hi everyone, I am Ashwini Kanade. I lead HR function for North America region, and here with me is Sushmitha, who leads the HR function from the India region. Today we are going to talk about a topic that can truly change the way you work, grow, and succeed. Guess what? Yes, it's goal setting. So whether you're someone who loves setting goals or someone who struggles with it, the conversation is for you. So, Sushmita, let's jump right in. To begin with, tell me what exactly is a goal and why goal setting is so important.
Thanks, Ashwini. Thank you for the introduction. As this might sound very simple, but it's actually one of the most powerful questions you can ask, right? Let's simply break it down into more easier steps to for the employees to understand. Think it up about in this way, right? Imagine you were taking a road trip to a new city. You sit in the car, start your engine, start driving. This is about life without goals, right? You're moving, yes, but where are you heading towards? Are you making progress in your journey? Is there a difference that you're bringing out into a goal? Right? It gives your effort for a purpose, a direction, and a destination, right? So goal is a very clear target, something that you want to achieve within a specific time frame. It's like your personal or a professional North Star, right? That gives you an exact direction too. Without a goal, you're running a race without no finish line. Just a lot of motion without sense of progress. Goals motivate us, challenge us. They also allow us to, make some measurable progress in whatever that we do. Without goals, we can't really tell if we are moving forward or just staying where we are, right? Now, why is goal setting so important, right? Imagine that you have a map, a GPS, and a destination in mind that, you're on a road trip and this is your new city that you want to travel to. That's exactly what goal setting does for your career. It gives you a very clear path to where you want to head towards and what you want to follow and then reach a final destination. It brings focus. It gives you an effort. It gives you that, entire meaningful, journey towards whatever you're trying to achieve to. When you set a goal, you're making a conscious decision, to pursue something, with an intention. It could be as big as launching a business or as small as a personal or, a task to improve your health, right? And here's, the kicker. Goals build accountability in one's own, self, right? When we define what success looks like, it's easier to take ownership and to stay on track, right? Plus, when you achieve a goal, no matter how, small, it boosts your confidence and, propels your aim towards even higher. So whether it's for your personal life or your career or your team, goal setting isn't just important, it's very, very essential. Now, let me turn this around to you, Ashwini. Let's see, what is it in for me? If somebody has this question for themselves, why should someone really even bother to set goals?
That is a great question. So let's be real. When you hear goal setting, you immediately start thinking of tedious forms, long meetings, and yet another corporate process. Yes, that's true. But here's the thing. Setting clear goals is actually one of the biggest game changers for our career. When you ask me, what's in it for me? I can come up with 5 things, career growth, recognition, engagement, work-life balance, and manager support. Let me elaborate on this. Let's say you are, as we are in HR, right? Our goal is to increase employee retention by 10% this year. Now, that's not just a random number we come up with. It means that we might have to improve onboarding. We need to enhance our benefits. We need to create better rewarding system. And guess what? That's the kind of work that goals gets you noticed, probably promoted, and respected as a strategic leader. Now, let's talk about recognition. Imagine 2 people, 2 employees, one who just does their job and the another who set a goal to say improve the DI hiring by 15% this year. At the end of the year, when the time comes for appraisals and promotions, who do you think gets bigger reward? The one who has clear, measurable results that they can show to their managers, right? Coming to the engagement part, this is the big one though. We have all had those jobs where we just go through the motions, right? But when you set goals that actually connect to the company's mission, like launching leadership program or revamping performance reviews, suddenly your work has a real meaning and an impact. That's what keeps you engaged, and it makes you a part of the bigger organizational goal. Work-life balance. Let's talk about burnout. If your goals are clear, you are setting milestones throughout the year, you're basically pacing yourself and not scrambling at the last minute. It's all about working smarter, not just harder. So setting up goals helps you do that. And finally, let's not forget our managers. Setting structured goals helps them help you. It gives them a way to coach, guide, and support you rather than just doing random check-ins. The toughest conversation for us as managers, with our team members, is when they come to us and say, "Oh, why am I not getting promoted this year?" or "Why am I not getting a bigger raise this year?" These conversations can be easier for both us as managers as well as our team members, if they have measurable results to show. So the bottom line is goal setting isn't just about the organization. It's about you. It helps you grow, get recognized, stay engaged, avoid burnout, and get the support you need. And honestly, who doesn't want it right now? But then the question arises, right? Like, why now? Why, like, we have been working and growing for so long, and then why all of a sudden goal setting has become so important in our lives? Like, what do you think, Sushmita?
Yeah, that's a very timely question, Ashwini. So, because we're living in a world where there's distraction is constant and clarity is rare, right? The pace of change is faster than ever. New technology, shifting workplaces, changing priorities. It's easy to get swept away in the noise, in the busyness, and suddenly you realize you've been reacting to life instead of leading it, right? There's a lot of difference with both of it. So that's why goal setting has never been more important than it is right now. We're in an era where everything feels like it's moving at a lightning speed, right? There is constant change, endless information, and this pressure to always be on, where people are searching for meaning, directions, and control. So it's very, very important. Whether you're an individual trying to find balance, a leader trying to inspire a team, or an organization like us who are trying to grow, it all starts with clarity of purpose, and goal gives us that, right? They cut through the chaos and bring us back where it really matters. So in this world that constantly is shifting, goal setting is our anchor, our roadmap to something better. And frankly, that's the kind of clarity and which is definitely priceless right now.
Exactly. So that's where the SMART goals come into picture, right? Like, so let me tell you, like, what the difference between, a regular goal and a SMART goal. So a regular goal is when I say, "Oh, I plan to be better at my job." But a SMART goal is when I say, "I will complete a leadership training and mentor 2 junior employees in the next 6 months." You see the difference, right? So I will request you to, share a slide for our SMART goals,
Sure.
so people watching here can get more idea about it. Okay. So what does SMART exactly mean? Let's go word by word, letter by letter. So S, that is specific. Define what success looks like to you. What exactly needs to be accomplished, or why do we want to accomplish this goal? M, that is measurable. Have clear metrics. How will you know we have succeeded, or how much change needs to occur, or how many tasks you need to complete to achieve this goal? Third, A, that is achievable. Push yourself, but be realistic. Do we have the resources to achieve this goal, or is this a reasonable stretch, or is this goal likely to have success? Relevant. R, align with your career goals. Ask yourself if this is a worthwhile goal. Will it be meaningful to the organization or your team? Can we commit to achieving this goal? Last, not the least, time bound. Set a deadline so you stay accountable. So what is the deadline for reaching this goal? Or when should we start? Like, when should we start taking the action for this goal? These are all important things to remember about SMART. Let me give you a simple personal example. So this year, like I want more vegetables in my garden this year. So this is just a regular goal. If I have to create a smart goal, then I will say I will grow 20 vegetable plants, including 5 new varieties by the end of June, by expanding my garden beds and maintaining a regular care routine. So let's break this down into a SMART goal. So S, that is specific. I have to increase the number of vegetable and plants and new varieties. It's done. M, measurable. So I need to have 20 plants and 5 new type of varieties. A, achievable. Is it achievable? Yes. With proper planning and care, this is a realistic goal. R, that is relevant. It aligns with my interest of growing vegetables in my backyard. And last, again, not the least, time bound. I have set deadline by the end of June. So now that we have SMART goals, Sushmitha, can you shed some light on how to stay consistent and achieve these goals?
Yeah. So talking about SMART goals, that was a very realistic examples that you gave, Ashwini, and it is more relatable also, right? So let's be very real. Setting goals is easy, but sticking to them, that's the hardest part, right? But it's also where the magic happens. You don't need to be very extreme. You just need to be consistent. And here's how I can break it down for you. Right? First thing is start small, then build on it. It always says, you need to sort of, commit yourself to something, and you can always overachieve it, right? Break the goals into small steps. Tiny wins build massive momentum. That's the most important thing. Second thing is create a system, not just a goal. Remember, goals set directions, systems, build habits. Your routine drives your results. The third most important thing is, if it's not on your calendar, it's just a wish. Make time for it. The next point is track your progress. What gets measured gets done. Tracking keeps you focused and motivated. The last but not the least is, celebrate your milestone. Even if it's a small win, right? It definitely counts. Don't wait for the end to feel proud. The last one is, don't aim to be perfection. Aim to be persistent, because you'll have some off days, just not, okay, whatever that you're doing, you're not feeling fine about it, but just don't quit. Keep showing up, keep working towards it. It'll definitely show you up success someday. Now that we've discussed what goals are and how to set goals, how to stay consistent, I want to point out one thing which is very important, dimension to this conversation is, as managers, right? What do you and me can contribute to our, goal setting exercise? As managers, we do also play a role, right? What do you think about this, Ashwini?
Yep, it's a very important question, especially being a manager. So of course, yes, employees should take ownership of their goals, but without managerial involvement, goal setting cannot. It can lose direction and impact. Without managers' guidance, right? Like goals often become either too vague, unrealistic. They become disconnected from business priorities. So think of it like this. If an employee is a driver of the career, the manager is the GPS for him. So the manager will help him set the destination, identify the best route to reach the destination, and keep all the things on track. Another important thing I would like to point out here is that as managers, we are the bridge between the organization objectives and our team members' contribution. They are the ones who ensure, that goals are not only relevant, but also contribute to the team and the organizational success. We are more than just goal setting facilitators. We are coaches throughout the process. Team members need check-ins, feedbacks, and course correction along the way, and managers help them with that. When a team member achieves a well-structured goal, they don't just complete the task, they kind of build evidence of the impact. And when it's time for the appraisal process and talk about their reviews, we managers are the ones advocating for them. And honestly, we truly love when our team members come to performance reviews, with clear achievements. It just makes rewarding easy for them. Don't you agree? Like anything more to add to it, Sushmita? Any final thoughts?
Absolutely, absolutely bang on. So managers have the power to influence, right? They help their team members to see why behind their work, right? That's the most important. Everybody can, always given certain instructions to work towards, but then why are we trying to achieve this is something which is very important. Offer a steady guidance, create a space where people feel supported and drive towards their best, right? Regular check-ins and honest conversations aren't just helpful, they're essential for keeping up people engaged, and moving forward with a purpose is the most important thing.
Very well said, Sushmita. Absolutely. So, yeah, just a final thought from my end. Like, goal setting is not just the first step in performance management, but it's kind of a secret weapon to career advancement as well. So, if there is something to take away from our conversation today, I will say it is goals give us direction. They keep us motivated and accountable. They make our achievements visible, and they help us grow into our next big role. So, well, think about it. And well, finally, thank you, Sushmita. It was a great conversation. And everyone who is watching this, don't just set goals. Take action. Start today. Make it smart and own your career path. Thank you.